It's no surprise that Kanye loves to be around controversies. Well, it turns out the most recent controversy may just be the biggest. It's been 2 years since Kim Kardashian officially ended her marriage with Kanye West. The pair were together for 6 years before Kim filed for divorce at the beginning of 2021. Ever since their divorce, Kanye has shown no signs of improvement. If anything, he has been more controversial than ever. And although fans hoped that his marriage to Australian model Bianca Censori would help him turn his life around, the latest reports indicate that their marriage could be on the rocks. Now, most of you who haven't followed the Kim and Kanye divorce saga closely aren't aware of all the stuff that Ye put Kim K through, which ultimately led her to call it quits. Their marriage was already showing cracks in 2016 thanks to Ye's constant Twitter rants. Kim was supportive of Ye, but couldn't stand his Twitter drama. Adding to that, Ye's erratic behaviour and mental breakdowns put a strain on their relationship, and they were already living separately. If Kim had her way, she would have divorced Kanye in 2016, but she stayed, and the two went for therapy for the sake of their kids. It looked like things would eventually get better, as Kim gave birth to Chicago and Psalm in 2018 and 2019 respectively. But then COVID hit, and Kanye dropped the bomb when he announced that he was going to run for president in July 2020. Kim's silence on West's presidential run was seen as a sign that their relationship was deteriorating. A few months later, Kim announced that she finally took the step to divorce Ye. According to a source, Kim had enough, and she wanted some space to figure out her future. After officially filing for divorce in February 2021, things got worse as Kanye became more erratic than ever. In 2022, 2 months after Kardashian filed to be declared legally single, West's lawyers filed a response claiming that granting single status before coming to agreements regarding shared properties and the custody of their children could result in a risk of adverse consequences. That didn't stop Kim, since she was declared legally single only a month later. What's more, Kim began dating Pete Davidson shortly after, which annoyed Kanye to the point that he released a music video in which the rapper is seen tying and burying a claymation version of the comedian. A source told People that Kardashian was upset over the video and that she thought it was way too violent. Things got worse for Kim and Pete because Kanye went too far, threatening the Saturday Night Live star. Despite this, Kim said she still wanted her children around him. On one episode of The Kardashians, the star opened up about co-parenting, saying, "No matter what we're going through, I always want my kids to be around their dad as much as possible and just have their mornings with dad and get dropped off at school." Although Kim wasn't willing to keep her kids away from their dad, Kanye showed no signs of slowing down with his controversies and bad-mouthing Kim every chance he got. In October 2022, Ye crossed all limits when he made a series of anti-Semitic comments on social media. Kardashian spoke out against hate speech, stating, "Hate speech is never okay or excusable. I stand together with the Jewish community and call on the terrible violence and hateful rhetoric towards them to come to an immediate end." Kim avoided directly naming Kanye, but it was obvious she had to respond, for her ex-husband had crossed all limits. Ye's controversial statements wouldn't stop, for he would continue taunting Kim and her family, forcing the fashion icon to cut all ties with Ye. During a May 2023 appearance on the podcast On Purpose with Jay Shetty, Kardashian seemed to speak about her split from West. "Something I learned is that you cannot help people that don't want the help," the reality star said. "You can't force your beliefs and project that on someone that thinks something totally different." In another episode of The Kardashians, the mum of four spoke about her conflicted feelings concerning her relationship with Kanye. "I feel so bad for him," Kardashian told her sister Khloe, adding that she hadn't spoken to Kanye amid his anti-Semitic online attacks. "Then I feel guilty that I posted something in support of the Jewish community. Then people dropped him today," the Skims founder added. "Then I'm like, is that my fault that I posted that? Did that push them? Should I just have kept quiet? But I'm vocal about everything else, and I never know what to do." Kim does feel guilty about not supporting Ye and helping him through his mental health struggles, but she's better off without the rapper, who still surrounds himself with controversy despite his marriage to Bianca Censori. According to page 6, the reality star is pretty much a single mom to her 4 children as of October 2024, with Kanye hardly being present in her or the children's lives. Although they have joint custody, Kim would still have the children 80% of the time. West had previously acknowledged this percentage a few months earlier. The musician agreed in their settlement documents to pay his ex-wife $200,000 per month in child support and to pay half of the children's tuition and security costs. But let's focus on Kanye, because he seems to be in hot water lately. West has been hit with a series of lawsuits from former employees this year, accusing him of a wide range of degrading and offensive behaviour. In June, Lauren Pisciotta, a former assistant, sued him for sexual harassment and wrongful termination. She amended her suit in October to allege that West had also drugged her and sexually assaulted her without her knowledge. A former director of intelligence for West also sued him in October, alleging that he was tasked with investigating the Kardashians and was told to tail West's wife, Bianca Censori, while she was on vacation. Even worse, West told an employee that his ex-wife Kim has Jewish masters, according to a lawsuit filed recently. The producer and rapper was also accused in the lawsuit of keeping the employee waiting on 2 separate occasions while he loudly had intercourse in an adjacent room. Murphy Aficionado, a project manager, began working for West in October 2022 and was responsible for overseeing a variety of construction projects. According to the suit, he was not paid for his work for the first 5 months. Aficionado alleges he was routinely subject to racist lectures and that West would indulge in anti-Semitic conspiracies about the Kardashians. Then there is Benjamin Deschamps Provo, another former employee who sued West in April, alleging that West fired him when he refused to shave his dreadlocks, which, according to the suit, were tied to Provo's Muslim faith. Provo and Aficionado are each represented by attorney Kanye West, who also sued West on behalf of Trevor Phillips, an employee who alleged he was fired due to anti-black racism. That lawsuit also quoted West as saying, "The Jews are out to get me." Kanye appears to be in a lot of trouble, as his married life with Bianca Censori isn't going smoothly either. The couple recently made headlines when intended to file for a divorce. Reportedly, Bianca was miserable in marriage with Kanye, and this forced her family to make a dramatic intervention, which gave her the courage to end it. She has had enough of the rapper's controlling behavior in their marriage. However, they did not go through with it. A source revealed to Radar and Lean she was unhappy for a while. To share the center stage with Kanye as his muse, Bianca sacrificed her dignity. However, she received little in return, along with her estranged husband's demands and controlling behavior, while he was free to wear whatever he liked. The insider added, "I don't think Kanye ever thought Bianca would leave. It took courage for her to finally say enough and break free." The source also shared that the final straw for Bianca was Kanye's alleged addiction to drugs when it was made public. They said, Bianca already had one foot out the door when Kanye's drug use became public. She doesn't want anything to do with it and is concerned that it could ruin her legitimate career prospects. She doesn't want any part of Kanye's issues, nor does she want to have to defend his behavior. The source continued, she is all too aware of Kanye's dark side. Things are not looking great for Kanye. Amid all the legal trouble and now almost 2 failed marriages, karma looks to be finally catching up with the rapper. But what are your thoughts on this? Do you think Ye will return to Kim and his kids? And should Kim K take him back? Do let us know in the comment.